Ta-da!
Ah, another trip in paradise. Official Buzzard here. It's time for another backyard adventure. Today we're going to be wandering far over the mountains and into the swamps of the other side. Well, we didn't make it far. Time to turn around. Bug spray is a must right now for anybody wandering around. I thought I did a good job, but I guess not. So we'll be back. Alrighty, we're back. Sorry about the delay. Bug spray, it's one of those things where love it or hate it, sometimes it's necessary, at least for me. With that being said, let's take a moment to review gear here. One of the problems with hiking out in the woods in the rain is staying dry, and that's kind of important. Remembering proper footwear. You know, dry feet go a long ways, as do a spare pair of socks. Because this is more or less of a day hike, I can get away with not having a pack cover, and simply because there's nothing in there that hasn't already been sealed against the rain. And a rain jacket, which you may or may not be for. I like to stay dry, so rain jacket is certainly a plus in my book, but it comes with the repercussions of reduced breathability and sweating, and if you don't have appropriate change of clothing with you, you could find yourself in a pretty bad spot once night falls, or if you get stuck out here after it cools down. The rain has certainly picked up in the last few minutes. It's not going to stop us from going. On a side note, when walking in the rain, always check your footsteps to make sure that you're not going to go careening down a mountainside somewhere because of loose dirt or rocks. Slippery rocks can cause quite a bit of damage, so be careful out there. It's not so bad though. That's the top right there. Come a decent way so far. Not too bad for a short gander up the mountain. Turned into quite the adventure. Probably gonna have to keep the camera away for a bit. Rain's getting pretty steady. Don't want to cause any expensive damage. So probably the toughest part of the trek. It's pretty much downhill from here till we get down to the swamplands. And we've made it to the 9-mile swamp. Now let's go around it. Testing, 1, 2. All right, so we've made it to 9-mile swamp, and now it's time to go around. Side note, if the audio sounds strange, I broke this one in the rain, so nice little bit of that 9-mile swampiness. Out here the forest is teeming with uncharted wilderness, and despite the bug spray, just about enough mosquitoes to make you go insane. Best spot to camp ever? I think not. I'm not generally a fan of those big sun hats, but I think today is a prime example of why it's necessary. Not only to keep the rain from beating down the side of your head, because that brim's only in the front, but also to keep your microphone in working order. We've made it to the edge of the beaver pond. And now, we forge our own trail through the wilderness in search of whatever's next. Ah. Makes you just want to drink that right up. Instead, we're going to fill up with our very own water bottle that isn't teeming with Giardia, beaver fever, or any other communicable diseases that we probably don't want today. Deeper and deeper we go, past the 9 Mile swamps, into a new world. Looks like we've come to a crossroads. In front of me is the way we came, and behind me we can see 2 separate paths leading deeper in. I'm not sure if we're going to follow those or start to head back. We'll see. Well, the further we go, the more that the trails branch, so I think we're going to go ahead and tiptoe back in the other direction for now. Make our way back to somewhere a little bit warmer, possibly drier. Looks like this rain just won't stop. I don't know what to think, actually. Making our way back to the trailhead now. It's going to take a couple hours. Then we'll be back to the relative safety and warmth of some hot soup. We've made it back to the swamp. Only about 45 minutes left. Wandering through the rain. Yeah. We've made it past the 9 Mile swamp, and now we begin our struggle uphill back towards the homestead. Oh, I will say, this here is much, much better than the way that we came in. It's almost like a walk in the park. Or the ferns. Or both, if there's ferns in the park. Can y'all say hydration? Kicked her into high gear for a moment. Looks like we're settling in on some fog. Wander our way down through here. It's like some intro to a survival horror story. Join your host, Official Buzzard, as we escape the mountains on our way back down to civilization. Deep breathing. We made it, you know. Not too much going on for scary things in the fog, unfortunately. Still have a bit of ways to go, but I think we'll do just fine. So it is. We've made it back to the bottom of the mountain. Still alive and in one piece. Hope you enjoyed this adventure and look forward to you joining us in future ones.